What's up, everybody? I'm Adam. You're watching the Model Aviator channel. This week we've got another video with our E-flite GB R-2 1 meter. This airplane is amazing. Saw my buddy Dave enjoying his the other day at the field. Made me want to take mine out and do the same. So yesterday, Heidi and I did just that. Every time I fly this airplane, I'm reminded that it doesn't fly anything like any other GB that I've ever flown. It flies like a sport plane. In fact, it's so easy to fly, specifically for a GB, that I always throw in at least a few touch and goes in every flight. And if you've flown model GBs, then you know in the past, you don't tempt fate with the runway any more than you have to. You survive your takeoff and your landing, get your flight in, and call yourself lucky. With this thing, you can do as many touch and goes or takeoff and landings as you want. It's as easy to land as any other more advanced sport plane. Now, we have settled on some specific batteries that we like to use. The battery range is 4S3200 to 4S5000. We like kind of the lower end of that range. We're using the Spectrum Pro Air 4S3600 120C and the SMC HCL 4S3400 80C. Those are the best combination of keeping the airplane light and giving you a really good flight time. We get 7 to 8 minutes with either of those on a pretty regular basis, and that's not just flying circles. You'll see here in a minute. Now, we do have some other content with this airplane. We have an OG review where we go over all the details, the assembly, the setup, a demo flight, all the features. We also did a second video where we actually tested the airplane on every battery in the range from 3200 to 5000. We did stall tests, spin test, just to show you how stable this GB is with whatever battery that you choose. So we're going to put both those in the description. We'll put links. If you haven't seen those videos, check those out. They're a good watch and a lot of good information in both those. And of course, we'll put a link to the airplane. If you decide that you'd like to add one to your hangar, you can go through that link. If you use that link to purchase one, that helps support our channel. So if you want to add one to your hangar and you go through that, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. So what you're going to see now is just a late evening summer flight with the GB. This thing is awesome. Enjoy it. If it's been any amount of time at all, I forget about the hard wheels on the GB. They are noisy, but boy, do they work. Makes this airplane very controllable on the ground. We explain all that in the OG review if you haven't seen it. The GB is quite the knife edge machine. I love to just put full deflection rudder in and control my altitude with throttle. really appreciate just how axial GBs roll, and this one has a very fast roll rate. It's also pretty fast, period, when you give it the beans. It does a great pop top as well. I'm at the point now where I literally can't do a full point roll with anything without thinking about Michael Klein. If you know, you know. This is one of those things that really impresses me with this GB. We're going to do a short approach into a touch and go. We'll grease it in. And then be on our way easy like Sunday morning. It's no more difficult to do that with this GB than any other sport plane, and this is the first GB ever that I've flown where you can say that. I'm setting up here for another short approach. I'm going to botch this approach a little bit, and my touchdown's certainly not going to be ideal, but the GB is forgiving. I've got to say, I never thought I'd put forgiving and GB in the same sentence. I'm telling you, if a GB is something that you've always wanted to try, but you've been gun shy because of their reputation, this one is your huckleberry. This is the one to give a try. Take care of yourselves. Happy flying. We'll see you next week with something cool with wings.